All right, this would be episode 2 here in January, and oh man, I mean a lot's been happening, and I got to thank you first of all for accommodating a little bit earlier in our recording schedule because I have to take my car in to get body work done.
Oh, what happened?
And it was last week. I was driving, and it's really close by, probably less than a mile or so, down San Tomas Expressway, and I stopped. It was a red light. It was an intersection. I'm stopped, and it turned green. So cars in front of me are slowly beginning to go.
Right.
And right behind me is a Hyundai. It's some young kid.
Yeah.
You know, once he sees green, I think he just went and just like, we're just gonna go.
He just like tunnel vision and didn't
just go. And for me, it's like you know, it turns green. Sometimes the cars, there's a bit of lag right before it gets to you. So I'm slowly trying to pick up speed. This car just went, and then I stopped because the van in front of me stopped.
Right.
And then the car just thought, we're just gonna go, and they didn't stop time. So I think it was like a slow collision into the rear bumper. But here's the thing with car accidents. I think is well, before we even get into that, have you been in a car accident?
Yes, I have. Luckily, knock on wood, not caused by myself, but usually people, same fender bender, nothing serious, knock on wood. But you know, I mean, in the end, it's more of a hassle, right? Going to get your car, dealing with the insurance, getting it fixed. Is more of a hassle. But yeah, I've been in a lot of fender benders where it's just, you know.
How many? Can you count?
I would say I've been in 2 ones where like I had to take my car to the shop, like get the rear bumper.
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yeah. And it's expensive. It's expensive usually. But luckily, for the most part, the insurance covers it, especially if you're not at fault.
Yeah.
Like you'll claim your deductible, and you'll get your deductible back when the insurance claims it against the other insurance company.
So here's the process. I can count. I've been about 5 rear ends.
Oh wow!
It's actually a joke that I have. Like I tell people I know, my wife and everything. Like eventually someone's gonna hit me. Like they're gonna rear end me eventually. Just because I think nowadays in California, here where we live in Silicon Valley, the Bay Area, that there are a lot more distractions on the road.
Right, that makes sense.
People, and I see it all the time, every time, at least like when I commute to work back pre-pandemic times where now it's a commute too, there's at least one car accident where someone just didn't pay attention and hit the car in front of them. I feel like it's such a normal thing that happens all the time now, and distractions is one thing. Foreign people who haven't driven all their life, like they come here as foreigners, working here, especially in the Bay Area. We have a lot, right? And I've been driving since like my teens, right? So that's like 20 years of driving record, at least for me, right? So a lot of people come here as adults, like full grown, like 30-year-olds, but they've only driven for 1 or 2 years. And distractions. So
or if they've driven before, it's in a different country, there's different rules, different customs.
Exactly.
But yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So I'm like the happiest guy. Like when you hit me, I'm like, I'm gonna get a new bumper. It's gonna get all refinished, repainted. It's gonna get nice. I have a body shop nearby, a mile and a half from here, and they do great work.
You know them first name basis.
Yeah, they just do great work, and if growing up, I've seen shoddy body work. Like there's in the world of body shops and body work you do for your car, there are like a million shortcuts. There's so many shortcuts. I've seen it where some people just want to collect an insurance check. Like say, they're like, this looks like $2,000 to fix your bumper, and then you go take it somewhere, and you're just like, just paint this. Just sand it down, paint it, and just, do the Band-Aid work and call it a day, and then you pocket the difference, right?
Right.
And then like 5 years later, or even maybe a year later, after a couple of seasons, rain, the paint starts peeling, or it just starts, the finish isn't as good, and then it starts falling apart. You can tell.
Right.
But I know this body shop, they do it right. They take everything off, they prime, they sand, they
Oh,
repaint,
nice.
finish, layer. And I'd rather do it that way. I'm not trying to pocket anybody's money, but I'm the happiest guy when you hit me. Like if you hit me, I'm actually like, I'm like the calm and collected person.
Yeah.
And this poor kid, well, in my opinion, this poor kid is like he's in his late 20s. He was all panicked. You know when something like this happens,
Yeah.
first moment you're like,
Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty, right? You don't know, and you can get panicked. You don't know what to do, right? Like, and I think like a lot of fender benders, the most important thing is like everyone's okay. You can replace a bumper, but you can't replace, your health, a life, whatnot. So I think that's super important.
These things, because unless you really don't pay attention, you're like, I think even if you weren't paying attention, because you see on the freeway, and this explains like how all of a sudden you see like 5 cars running into each other. It's because one car went full speed, like 55, 65 and miles per hour, just like didn't even stop and just rammed. And when I didn't even imagine that amount of force.
Yeah, the momentum.
It actually takes like 5 cars with them, like just bumps the car in front, and the car in front bumps the other. I'm just like, wow, that's incredible. That's incredible.
So you don't. So if you have to replace your rear bumper quite often, you don't invest in bumper stickers, right? Like, you don't.
No. So I sticker a lot of things, like at home, my water bottles, my laptop, but cars is one thing where I just don't put stickers on. I don't know, a car I like to keep clean. I don't really personalize because it's out there in the world. It's the elements, it's exposed. The sticker's gonna sun damage, water damage, whatever. It's gonna look bad. So I win.
Nice. So you're taking your car in today. How long will it take? Do you have to get a loaner?
Here's what you're talking about, like the hassle, right? It's really the process I've been through so many times, so I know what the process is. It's just a hassle. So it seems to be pretty good. Where I'll go back a step. So I didn't claim it on my insurance and pay that deductible. I just claimed it on the counterparty's insurance because they realized, hey, I hit or they hit my car, so it's going to be 100% their fault. So it's easier to claim it on their insurance. So if you ever go and have an accident where or even before you go through the whole claims process, not the claims process, but like the admitting fault or assigning fault, if you know the counterparty is 100% at fault, just go through their insurance.
Okay.
You don't have to deal with your deductible, because what's happened, I've done that once where I was in at fault, but I went through my insurance. I have to wait for my insurance to get the deductible back from the counterparty's insurance, and then it just delays the whole thing. So I just went counterparty, they admitted a fault. I even got the money already, but I know the money's not going to cover it because usually insurance is super cheap. They're going to be like,
you like kind of lowball it.
Yes,
and hope you just take the money and not actually fix.
And I'm like, no. So I took the money. I could have just left it, right? But I'm going to go take it to the shop, and then they'll figure it out. And then whatever they do, they'll restore it to like OEM specs, original specs, and all that stuff. And I was pretty disappointed. I was pretty, okay, I'm not going to show pictures of it, but I was like, so I have cars that have cosmetic bumpers. And that's the thing nowadays, right? The cars, their bumpers aren't like back then where you have giant rubber bumpers.
Right.
That's why you call them bumpers, right? Nowadays, it's all cosmetics.
Right.
Or it's just a cover, and it damages the cover. If it cracks, then they got to replace the whole thing.
Right.
So on my Lexus, it's just because the crossover Lexuses have a rubber bumper backing, so it's a little bit cheaper than versus just like a whole cover. Okay. And they gave me an estimate. Here, I'll let you guess. How much do you think? Just random. We don't have car knowledge. We're not car guys.
I don't know. I mean, like I would say like normally a bumper is like 2,000, but if it's a Lexus, I'd like 3,000.
Oh, I mean Lexuses aren't. They're Toyotas, so don't ever think Lexuses are expensive in that regard. So they gave me a $700.
$700. That is
estimate.
super.
$700. So this is what the estimate says. It says, okay, looks like what you just need to do on their instructions in the estimate was take the bumper off, buy the part that was damaged, replace it, reattach the bumper, buy some new clips or whatever, and then any missing parts, and then finish it, and that was it. It's almost like a cheap paint job or whatever. And
But
I
is
was
it the bumper damage though?
So it is definitely cracked.
Oh, yeah.
So once it's cracked, I knew it was you're
You're
most
have to
likely going to
replace it,
replace
right?
this.
Yeah.
It's bent or cracked. But they looked at it, and nowadays they don't even like send an adjuster, right? They just take pictures.
Yeah, you take pictures, and you have to get the light and everything.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so I get it. Their first thing is going to be just lowball this, like you said. And then once you take it to the body shop will then, if it costs more for the body shop will then deal with the insurance and collect the money.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So in that sense, it's actually very seamless and hassleless, like kind of process. I mean, as soon as I filed the claim, like the next business day, they're like, all right, bam, here's the next step, here's the next step. Even got a rental car. And this is the part that sucks. This is the part that sucks. So I was asking them on the rental car because I have a little crossover, and I have all my surf equipment and stuff, my racks. And I was like, oh, maybe I could get a minivan. I could drive a minivan for a week. I was joking with the Geico rep, and I'm like, I know you're gonna give me a sedan, but you think you could give me a minivan? And he was
What did
laughing.
he say?
No, I couldn't get a minivan because the
goodness.
sedan was. Minivan costs a lot more to rent, so they're not trying to pay more, and so I'll get a sedan later today from Enterprise. And
Okay, nice.
my hope is they'll get the car back, or at least I'll get my car back by the end of the week, like Friday or something. And then I'll be able to head back out on the weekend with my surfboard and all that stuff. But
Nice.
that's the only thing that is really the inconvenience. But otherwise, like, I'm the happiest person if you hit me.
Right. Wait. So what was the quote? Like you said, the insurance gave you $700. How much was the quote from the body shop?
So I probably know after I get my car back.
Okay.
But it doesn't even matter to me because
because it's covered.
I'll probably next episode I'll have the amount.
Okay.
But I say my guess is it's going to be closer to 15. I'll say $1,750. $1,750.
Okay.
The whole manual labor, parts, and all that. I think that's how much it costs. Because Lexus are really Toyota, so the parts aren't too expensive. As long as it's not like metal or major bodywork stuff. It's generally bumpers are not crazy. But that's kind of the whole experience, and I just hope that. The first thing, like everybody should know what to, like this kid, I had to basically teach him what you need to do.
Go step by step. What should you do?
It's like, okay, once the accident happens, pull over if you can to a safe area so you can then start the process of exchanging information. Like number one is safety first, right? Make sure you can still drive. If you can't drive it, if it's a major accident, like you see it on freeways and stuff, like that stuff, you just stay there. You just stay there until the police comes and call the police. Like this minor stuff, you just pull over the side and then get your car registration, your license, your insurance information, take pictures. Now everybody should be able to take a picture because we all have cell phones nowadays.
Exactly.
So document the damage, remember where you are, the time, basically a whole incident report that you're basically trying to get all the facts and then get the counterparty information. In fact, it's like on the back of your insurance card. So it tells you exactly what you need to do. Calling the police is entirely up to you. It's optional. A lot of times, if it's a gray area, like you don't know who's at fault, it's not super obvious. Yeah, call the police. You can discuss the details and have the police write a report. But a lot of times you don't need to in small, minor accidents like this because the insurance, forensics, right? They can figure it
based
all
on
out.
like the photos and what the damage is and the description of the event.
Oh, totally. So that's the insurance affair. They're going to collect both stories. And here's the thing: they actually assign percentages, right, at fault. So they get 0 to 100, and I've been in accidents where it's like 50-50. So this other time was when I was backing out of a parking lot. Another car was also backing out, right? I stopped and I started honking, like, stop moving. Stop moving. And the car behind me just kept going.
And he hit you.
Yeah, and he hit me. And then, because I was already partially backed up a little bit, and because they were still backing up, and I kind of knew, like, hey, they should have stopped. They didn't stop, so they backed into me. But the insurance, when they see it, they look at it like, oh, well, we can't determine exactly who hit who because you're also kind of partially backed up, and they just went. And then when I look back, it was super minor. It was just like a paint buff, like you could buff it out. It was
Yeah.
But that's when I learned like insurance will assign percentages of fault.
Yeah.
As long as it's not your fault 100%, then you don't get hit with the insurance premium and all that stuff.
Right, the bump. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure this kid wanted to just pay me off, but I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna call and put a claim in because you never know. I wouldn't suggest you like going that route ever. Really, like just go through the process. Just go through the process. File a claim.
Is it more because then you have like records and a paper trail if anything happens like later on? Or...
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like you don't want to risk just like here Jason's gonna pay me off. Yeah. But then something happens later on, then you're free to go. Like I'm not gonna chase after you.
Yeah,
like,
no.
What
absolutely.
am I gonna do? Come and extort more money from you like a few months later?
But, my back. My
neck. exactly. So that's not going to happen.
But no, that's a good tip of like if you know that it's completely the other party's fault and they admit fault, you go through their insurance for minor things.
Exactly. I mean, just go through it. A lot of times you claim it on their insurance and they'll be fine. I mean, I went through my insurance first, but my insurance determined that the other party was at fault. Just go through theirs, and they even outline the options for me. It's like it's so routine now, and so quick in turnaround time. When I was in my teens or early 20s, 15 years ago, it was such a drawn out process. Like phone calls, adjuster comes out. Like, I mean, I see why like those jobs have been in decline because it's just everything's automated. Internet makes everything go faster.
Makes sense.
And all that.
Has this ever like made you want to like put like hazard like day glow stickers on your bumper? Gosh. You know what I mean, like reflectors? I'm
more like that's. Here's the one thing. I'll leave it on this last thought. Like if we can all just pay attention and not hit the car in front of us. I feel like I don't know what the stats are in California or in this region, but just don't hit the car in front of you.
Right.
I think that would avoid so much of the traffic, like commute problems, the accidents that happen. Just don't hit the car in front of you.
Right.
I think that's, if I had to put my ballpark is probably 2/3 of all accidents is because a car just hit the car in front of them. That's it. If we can eliminate all that, oh my gosh.
Pro tip, 2/3.
Yeah, I think but that's my random guess. Just don't hit the car in front of you. That's all.
That's you know, like, so I drive a Tesla, and every now and then, like, I don't have the full self-driving, but every now and then I get like the free week or the free month.
Yeah.
And so since I got the car, and very recently, I with the different free trials, we just came off like a 1 month free. Yeah. I'm seeing it progress and progress and progress. And a lot of like people say, oh, it's not as good as, you know, I drive, or it's not as good as a person. But like it's pretty good and it's getting better. And like you said, it's like, don't hit the car in front of you. It's like, and some people might not be comfortable driving at night or whatnot. So, you know, I think as it gets better, like it's going to be a viable alternative.
Oh man.
And yeah, maybe just don't hit the car in front of you.
Just don't hit the car in front of you. Yeah, my wife got the Tesla like a few, so this is a very interesting topic.
This is a very like Bay Area thing.
Yeah,
a lot of people in the Bay Area have Teslas.
Tesla. Okay, so I would say she bought the Tesla and it's perfect for her because she hates cars. She hates cars. And
she hates cars, or she hates driving?
Like driving and cars and everything about it, right? Like if you gave me the option, I'd rather live in a big city and I don't need a car on my day-to-day commute. Like I'd rather drive for fun or to go somewhere, not to have to drive to commute. I think Tesla is as many people have said it here, is just an iPad with 4 wheels. And it really is the way they market it and the way they maintain it. So it is a car to get people from A to B without having to deal with all the hassles of a car.
Right.
Like, you don't have to maintain it. You really don't have to maintain it. Like, just buy wheels.
Yeah, it's like tires and like wipers.
Yeah, basically. Just buy wheels. You don't have to maintain it. And however, I would say it is hella expensive. But if you buy a used one and you have a reliable place to charge it, then I think it's like the massive, what it can do is like the massive thing. Like we have iPhones everywhere. It's like it can be that kind of product where it's just a car that gets you from A to B. Don't expect anything else. And it's a big software. So for her, I'm like, yeah, this Tesla works. But when I look back, I'm like, this is hella expensive because she bought it new.
Right.
And we didn't get the tax break and all that. So, the tax break expired and all that stuff. And I was like, damn, this is expensive. Because I don't know how you kit it out an option, but if you want to add the extended range, the battery, everyone wants that because they're worried about the range. But honestly, I think that's
overrated.
Like, yeah, you don't really need it.
On a day-to-day. If you're plugging in every day.
If you're plugging in, like there's no point. Like, and I also wouldn't recommend taking a Tesla long road trips, even though they made a supercharger network. Like you could do it, but so this is what I imagine. Like you drive down to Kettleman with the supercharged cafe or Tesla cafe.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're gonna sit there and spend an hour instead of an hour driving. You just sit there waiting for your car to charge, and then you get to LA. I think for me, I'd rather just drive the whole time.
Right.
With the least amount of downtime as possible. Like even though that's a nice rest area, it's just I just want to get there.
This is an interesting difference in perspective because, like, you don't have kids, so you're like, I just want to get there. I'm just gonna long haul it.
Yeah.
I have 2 kids, so when when we took the Tesla, we went to San Diego. What we ended up doing is we took the Tesla, but that's also because we cannot go more than an hour without a break. So,
really?
Yeah,
well,
because kids need to use the restroom. They're hungry. They need to get out. The only time you can kind of get away is when they're sleeping, right? When they're sleeping and you go, but as soon as they wake up, you're like, oh, I gotta get. They need to get out. They gotta move their legs and whatnot. So that's the huge difference. Is like
how many times you have to stop? San Diego's a long drive. That's like 8 to 10 hour drive, depends on traffic.
We split it up. We actually stop. We make it like, we make a stop, and they have like an outlet mall.
Yeah,
like
Tijan.
Tijan. We actually get a hotel, and it has like a indoor pool.
Are you serious?
Yes,
come on,
do.
Man.
So we don't even make the full trip.
Go. You just gotta drive all the way.
We stop there, and then we spend the night. And
you spend the night?
Yeah, we spend the night.
Go to San Diego? Oh
yeah,
my gosh,
we do.
That's great.
So that's the huge difference. So I can't even make that. Like, so for me, it's like, making stops. But yeah, so the kids go to the pool because, then they have a pool and we do the breakfast and whatnot. Then we go to San Diego.
Oh my gosh, come on.
We can't even make the full trip.
Come on, man.
So.
That's so, yeah, I drove to San Diego in, Thanksgiving last year. I just stopped for gas real quick and then just kept going. But stopping, I understand because you got to stop to charge, right? But San Diego you got to at least charge once to get from here in the Bay Area to San Diego. Definitely can't go to San Diego in terms of the range. So I understand stopping. You might just chill at the cafe, eat lunch or whatever, or eat something. But then stopping and then staying overnight, that is a whole nother thing. Because
you can't wake up too early, and then it's like when you do, it's like the kids have to nap, and then after the nap, and so also it depends on the kids, obviously, on the kids' ages. But yeah.
Wow.
I mean, also like my kids are younger, so we go to like Legoland. We're not exactly like Disneyland or Universal, so it's like they're young enough to go to Legoland, which is a relief for me because my pocketbook, because Disney is kind of like a lot more expensive than Legoland. So I was like, we'll go. I mean, I think my oldest is kind of at the top of the age for.
What's the age for Legoland? I've been there like maybe as a teenager when it first opened, but what does it feel like now for an adult?
I mean, like I would say like my 5-year-old really that's like his age, like like what I'd say like 5 to like 7, is a good age for Legoland.
How about the ride experience? Is any of it intense enough?
I mean, some of it like
that was scary even for you.
This is gonna like make me sound really old, but like it's not even the roller coasters because they have some little ones. They have like the dragon one.
Yeah.
And that's not so bad. But you know what really got me? I took my two sons, my wife, and one time I took my my nephew, and he wanted to go on the pirate one. It's not even the one; it's just the one that swings, and then it's No, it doesn't even swing around. It doesn't. It just goes like this, but then it rotates as it's going there.
So it swings, it rotates, and it just swings back.
And we went on it, and it was like one of the first things we went on because it was like not a long line, and my nephew wanted to go on it, and we sat I think we sat in the very front, and it went, and I said it was going back and forth. I was like, okay, this is okay. But then when it started rotating,
so the ship would rotate.
Yeah, it rotates as it's going like back.
I gotta look this up. So so normally, I know the pirate ship, right?
You know the one that goes like
everyone sits facing either each other or one direction, right?
I think it's like one direction.
Okay,
it goes,
one direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it rotates.
Yeah, it rotates as it's, and then when it started rotating,
the entire time, like. As it's swinging,
it's spinning.
Oh my gosh!
Because it's like it's not like on a swing; it's like on a base that goes like that. So,
wow!
So this is like the very first rides we went on, and I literally had to close my eyes, and I held my hands like this, and I prayed not to lose my cookies on this very first ride. And I'm like, if I get sick. Like, this is gonna shut the ride down for like how long, and like people are not gonna be happy. And I literally just like was like deep breathing, like, and then he's like, "Oh, Uncle JJ, what's wrong?" I said, "Don't worry." And that is something like I would normally be fine on, but when that happened, I was like, I'm too old for this. Like literally, and he wanted to go on these like big roller coasters, and I was like, I can't do this. Like I'm literally at the age where I'm over like the drop zone, the things that like drop and whatnot. I just like I'll go. I now understand. I will go on like the slow boat ride. They used to have like the Storyland boat ride. I think they've replaced it. It's no longer. But I was like, that is like my speed in my life. That's the target audience. So me and my 5-year-old are like in the same boat, like Benjamin Button of like rides. Like I'm going down, he's coming up. We met in the middle, and then he's gonna keep going up, and I'm gonna keep going down, and I'm only gonna ride like the very small ride, and then he's gonna want to do roller coasters. But right now we're at the right intersect of rides in our lives.
Oh man, you definitely reached. So. That's when you know it's actually a funny episode of Modern Family that I talk about. And I had a similar experience where the teacups at Disneyland are the worst. So I sit with my brother. He's 10 years younger, and this was like at least a handful of years
your brother's
back.
10 years younger than you?
Yeah, he's 10 years younger. So he was in his 20s. I was in my 30s, and for some freaking reason, he just went crazy.
He went full tilt.
Yeah, and I did not expect that. You know, I'm like, okay, it's fine. You
spin.
But everybody else, teacups, you control your spin rate.
So but though you're also spinning as well.
Yeah, so you spin, you get to spin. It's one of those things that makes it fun, right? Because you get to control it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was just sitting there, just hanging out. It was my girlfriend, my wife now, and my brother, his girlfriend, his wife now, and he just decided to go full tilt, like nonstop the whole time. And this was like midday, and that's when when you age, something happens with your balance or equilibrium, right? Mm-hmm. So that really sucked for me. But other than that,
was your wife okay?
Oh yeah, everybody else is fine. I was just like, what the hell is going on here? I'm just about to.
I don't know if
it's crazy.
If it's worse that it's your brother, or if you're one in those teacups. This happened with my wife, where she got in with my son, and another family got in, like with younger kids.
They fit
like other. This was.
there's more. This version of the rides everywhere. It's not just at Disneyland.
And the kids in that were at full tilt with my wife, and my wife like wanted to get in her own. And was like, we're gonna go slow, and they like put it, and they went full tilt, and my wife felt so sick. She's like, you got the kids moving forward.
I forgot. Like, what do they tell you? Well, there's like a strategy to it. It's like. I think number one is just be in control. If you're in control, your body can anticipate, you're going to do all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And then I forgot, like people said, close your eyes
Yeah,
or
close
look
your eyes.
somewhere. I have no idea what the strategy is. I just don't like
Pray.
it. Yeah, pray. That's a good one. Just hope to get off alive. But yeah, I remember that was when I felt it. But here's the great thing about Disney and why they make family entertainment, because all the rides there, anybody of any age can go, honestly. Unless, I mean, a normal physically abled person, you can ride those rides till you're really old. They don't have anything that's crazy intense. Speed is the only thing, like, it's just speed. But if you're looking ahead, it's thrilling, but it's not over simulating.
Right.
And that's why it appeals to everybody. in
No,
every
that's a
age
good.
bracket.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, even at California Adventure, where their roller coaster that does a loop,
Yeah.
it's so mild. It is so mild that it's fun without being like, oh, I want to get off this ride kind of feeling. And then the rest of the time, you're just like, it's just speed. So wow, I never expected.
So this is
Legoland.
Yeah.
I've never heard. So I worked in a theme park. I worked at Great America down the street for like 3 summers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean that was my first job. So I had the classic American experience, or what I call American, like work at a theme park in the summer as a teenager and just, get a summer job. So I worked there, and I've seen many different rides, but a pirate ship that spins, is definitely. I haven't seen that concept before.
Yeah, it's because it's going up and down like from the bottom. But yeah, I'll send you a link. I'll find a video of it.
Yeah, I mean I'll look definitely, but I mean I've seen it all. The classic is the pirate ship that goes.
Yeah.
That one scares the hell out of me, because to me I was just like, whoa, because it's not fast. Right?
Yeah.
That version is like the pirate ship goes and then you're like hanging up there and you're like, I'm upside down in this ship, and then it comes back. I was like, what the heck is this?
How many people have like lost their
gosh,
broken their phones or?
I mean, we didn't have phones back then.
Yeah.
At least when I was in the park, it was like you hear it.
Oh.
You hear all the change. You hear all the keys. It goes, and then you hear the loose change
clinging,
just falling. The clacking and all that just going, and you're like, wow, people just really don't think. They tell you your stuff's gonna fall out. You gotta put it away. They really think just putting it in pockets enough. No, you gotta make sure you cover it and everything. But wow, I mean that's an incredible experience. I hope did you do it? Wait, before we kind of close the day off. And again, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Monday, Martin Luther King holiday, did you also take? Okay, I don't know. You didn't also on the way back stay one night on the drive back, right?
I'm trying to.
You just drove straight back, right? That's the last thought we're gonna end today on. I mean, because I feel like going there and then taking a night. Oh, that's fine. You're just like having an extended fun time. But then you're like, all right, vacation's over. I just want to get back home. Like I would just drive all the way back. It would seem weird to drive halfway and
No,
stop.
I think we still made the stop.
Oh my God.
I have to talk to my wife. I'm pretty sure we still, because that's also part of the thing. It's like, oh, the kids really enjoy the pool, and then we go to like the inclusive breakfast and whatnot. So
yeah.
So
but now you're like, oh, it's time to
but
go
I mean,
back
there's
to
only.
reality.
I mean, it's like so. You can only spend so much time at Legoland, right?
Yeah,
so it's like
of
if it's a
course.
4-day thing, you go 1 day traveling and stopping, and then 2 days maybe Legoland and whatnot, and then a day coming back and then spending the night. But I'm trying to think. I think we usually do we wouldn't do full.
Man, but it's like the feeling is you get that momentum, that excitement, that buildup. You're like, I understand stopping at the outlet mall because they made it pretty fun, like shopping.
Yeah.
They have like a casino now and everything. So I get it. You get the excitement's building up. The kids are excited. All right, before you get to the main attraction at Legoland, you get a little rest stop, have some fun out there. So I get that. And then now Legoland's over, peak hype done, and then you go back and I would try to just get home.
Get home.
I would just get home.
I think we needed that stop. We really needed that break. Maybe it was for the kids. Maybe it was for us just to rest and to recuperate. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's what we talked about. Your car's going to the shop. about car accidents, what you should do, some tips of insurance tips, and also like all the way to like theme parks and I think one tip is close your eyes, and if you're feeling sick, and don't hit the person in front of you. And I think that's applicable to everything, right? If it's theme park rides or cars.
Since you went to Legoland, I haven't been in a long time. What's the one experience that you should do at Legoland? What's the one thing that you enjoyed the most that you would tell someone, hey, if you're going, this is what you should do. Don't miss out on
this is the crazy thing about Legoland is we go on all the rides. We go on the Ninjago ride where it's like the shooting.
You're able to go on like experience everything?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, mostly it's like what my kids want to do.
Okay, cool.
So we went on that, and you go on a long line, and I would say if you can, try to get the ones that are very popular out of the way in the morning when there's not a line. And we wait in line for the Ninjago one, and we go on it, and by the time we get off, there's no line. And I told my kid, I go, oh, do you have fun? Oh, I had such a great time. I'm like, there's no line. We could go on it again. And he goes, no, I'm okay. And I was like, oh, but we need to, get our money's worth going to Legoland. And the kids honestly spent the most fun or the most at the playground. They have like a big playground and in like the Ninjago area, and they're going, and they wanted to spend most of their time there. And
at the playground.
And I'm like, I'm taking you to Legoland with all these rides, and you want to spend most of, say I took my oldest to Disneyland, and he wanted to spend most of his time at Toontown. And I was like, but there's all these like, I'm not here to pay for you to go to like a playground. But that's, I mean, maybe that's kids. They don't need.
They just make their own fun.
Yeah, maybe
just throw them in the playground.
Maybe, and maybe that's a tip. Is like you can do all these things, but maybe you just need to go to the playground.
That's it. The most underrated attraction at these theme parks is the playground. So make sure there's a nice playground for the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a wrap for now, Jason. Thank you for.
Oh, and what are you drinking?
So it's early morning recording, so I have my instant coffee once again.
Yeah, and I'm having a Diet Coke. It's never too early to have a Diet Coke. I think it's definitely like an age thing. There's certain demographic, certain age of people who drink Diet Coke. And I never used to drink Diet Coke, but I had a coworker, not my first stint at our company, but not the second stint, but the first stint, when we had Diet Cokes, and the company would subsidize it, so they were 25 cents a can, and we'd go, and I had a coworker, Frank, and he would drink Diet Coke, and he got me on the Diet Coke ban. So we'd go, and we call it, so shout out to Frank, and we'd call each other DC bros, like Diet Coke bros. And we're like, we're gonna go on a DC break, and we drink like all these, and we'd have all these cans, and I actually never liked the taste of Diet Coke, but because of Frank, I got used to the taste, and now I prefer Diet Coke. It's probably not the best for me, but I'm gonna cut down.
Yeah, if you're coming from Coke, Diet Coke's a little easier, and then from there you could just go to nothing.
That's true. I think water's the best.
All right, thank you for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jason.